I found this on one of the foreign newspapers that I look at. I think the way things are today with the election, yes, it's big news with uh, who's going to do best, Hillary or Trump. With all the other stuff going on, the Orlando shooting, did it happen? Did it not happen? All these other things that's going on with the EBT cards acting up in several states. People tend to forget that there's more than what meets the eye that's going on. Um, we've lived with a Cold War with Russia for a long time. With the administration that we have today being very weak, we've made a lot of enemies, and people think in these other countries that we're just going to cow down and not do anything. One thing they don't realize, I believe, is that the American people are not like the government. We don't apologize. We do what we say, and we mean what we say. So when I found this article, I thought it was really interesting. I'm going to leave the link in the description. You can go there, decide for yourself if it's credible or not. Personally, I think if somebody says something that they're going to do, or they think that somebody else is going to do, I kind of tend to believe them. This is a Chinese word. I can't pronounce it, and I'm not even going to try. What if the aircraft carrier is a target of U.S. and Japanese submarines? On June 18th, an article on the website of the National Interest, The Ultimate Way to Sink an Aircraft Carrier, said that American and Japanese subs will undoubtedly hound this carrier every time she leaves port, practicing to sink the carrier in the event of war. Regarding this, a military expert said at a TV program that if the aircraft carrier conducts blue water training, it will also be escorted by destroyers and frigates practicing anti-submarine, air defense, and anti-ship strikes. The article on National Interest said stealthy and heavily armed subs are by far the most powerful naval vessels in the world for full-scale warfare, and arguably the best way to sink those more obvious icons of naval power, aircraft carriers. It goes on to say that this is Beijing's only carrier, and it is not staging from where it was expected to. Apparently, the reason is that the area around the city they're going to was already home to a squadron of Song-class submarines plus Type 091 nuclear subs. Those vessels are the best defense China possesses against the American and Japanese subs that will undoubtedly hound the carrier every time she leaves port, practicing to sink the carrier in the event of war. If this article is true and accurate, not only is China preparing for war with the U.S., but they feel like the U.S. is preparing for war with China. China owns a lot of our debt. Were we to go to war with China, it would have a lot of far-reaching consequences besides the actual war itself. There would be definite financial situations to consider, not just the cost of the war. I mean, if you go to war with somebody and they owe you money, generally you're going to call in the debt. So I think the next couple of weeks would be real interesting. I also feel like that would be a perfect way to take eyes off of Trump and the election and possibly even stall the election process altogether if we're at war, right? Anyway, I want to thank you for watching my video. I hope you will go and visit this link and read the full article yourself. God bless.